at their absolute worst in the way they approached Secretary Krinja, who was trying to be responsive. The grotesque behavior.
Hi guys, welcome to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1. Just starting this off right now. As you can tell in the bottom right, I have the Sun Patcher installed. Takes care of 58 asset fixes and different stuff like that, so it helps out. So let's get this started, shall we? Let's see, normal.
Trump was better at it because he was. When you're telling the truth, like Baten was trying so hard to tell the truth, it doesn't come as easily. So sit down, ignore. There's also a lot of questions about the media complicity in running cover for Baten, and repeatedly defending his aides throughout his presidency. Piers Morgan called that out in a new piece. The media conspiracy of collusion over Biden's health is a national disgrace. I mean, there were a lot of folks that were pulling this out for a long time. He and the left just didn't want to hear it, Joe.
Not just during his presidency, Sandra pointing it out, but even during the campaign, there was a reason why he was kept in his basement for most of that time. And you have to wonder now, during those interviews, was he reading a teleprompter? Right? Or why was he kept in that particular environment? Maybe that was the problem. And even on the campaign trail, he said some questions that has only accelerated in the last couple of months. But I feel that journalists in the White House press corps should be taking advice from someone like Lawrence O'Donnell, right? Who's the Democratic activist, and as just as so insufferably condescending as they come. And this Biden crisis is a really tough thing for folks on SWC review to handle, because they are the biggest cheerleaders of this president, and they appear to be defending him to the bitter end, and they look like they managed in doing so. But this whole narrative, by the way, I think it was Daylight who said that. This whole notion that Joe Biden morphed into George Washington as a profound truth teller during that debate, that's utterly laughable. Because it wasn't Trump, but Biden, who said that no troops had died under his watch during that debate. The Gold Star families were upset, and rightly so. It was also Biden who said on ABC this week he was distracted with the debate because Donald Trump was yelling at him while Trump's mic was off. There was a split screen like we have right now of the two men literally the entire night. Trump never acted that way. This is Joe Biden's entire life. He presidential race due to prejudice. He insisted he was arrested in 19 He said he was joking for the real. He said his uncle. So let's stop it with the whole Biden's just confused, but he actually tells the truth. All Trump is a liar. This is not the case, and this is where we are as far as this mess that the Democrats have.
Doesn't look like we have much time.
And if Dan breaks, he's got his inner circle there, and we're left wondering who that is. Making these decisions. She just spoke a few minutes ago at the union, and he said they told me to women have one I go. And a lot of people wonder who that they is. All right, thank you very much, Joe.
All right. Rain,
All right,
after
after
Group A with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Knight.
One group will secure the guns to the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir. All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns.
And while playing make-believe with that gun
It's time to put
violates the cardinal rules of firearm safety, people's lives are endangered, and someone could be killed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what this case is about. It's simple, straightforward. The evidence will show that someone who played make-believe with a real gun and violated the cardinal rules of firearm safety is the defendant, Alexander Baldurs.
Cool.
And for most people who know firearm safety and practice safe gun practices, you know you never fire off a gun or pull the trigger unless you look down that barrel yourself and know what is in it.
Let's save this just in case.
He went through with it. So we're going to continue monitoring this trial all day and we'll bring you updates from it. This is another busy news day, so make sure you tune in at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. America Reports as we head into the second half of a busy week. Thanks so much for watching the Foster Focus. I'm Sandra Smith in for Paris. Please join John Roberts News Live, 1 o'clock Eastern Time for American Reports.
Just like that thing we fought during our field study. Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it.
Here they come. Stay focused, Class. My turn.
Hackers are not necessarily fingertips of brain.
Didn't see that coming.
A live round should never, ever the final game. Baldurs shooting hosted by Chimera, only on Mod Station.
Joe Biden's debate is a joke.
I really don't know what he said at the end of this. I don't think he knows what he said either. Let's not act like Joe.
But there's one thing Joe Biden did get right.
It's finally beat Medicare. We're right, they did beat they beat it to death.
Xcom is a generation of seniors who lose their phone coverage, while insurance premiums skyrocket for everyone else. We can't afford more of Joe Biden's
Analyzing the enemy's
American
vitals.
officials want to put them out to the defense.
I try to put my own on any bet that I think absolutely. Every day USA, that's what we're doing. We put our arm on the bet game. I think the bet out there at least 35.
Of course.
Purchase, we can help them and provide that financial solution for them and their families. It's a great, rewarding feeling. They have that deference and respect, that love for the veteran that makes this company so.
Off guard.
Veterans need cash. Get up to $70,000 or more with a new day 100 VA cash out loan for midday.
Thank you, Admiral.
This money-saving benefit for veterans lets you pay off hiring credit and costly car loans. Thank you, Admiral. Make home improvements and repairs you could put. Thank you, Admiral. Save hundreds of months, thousands a year. Call 1-844-451-1500.
Yeah.
Is your shower trying to tell you something? Is getting in and out of the bathtub becoming a safety concern? Are you worried about the cost of a bathtub remodel for weeks and weeks? Well, now you can have a gorgeous new bathroom shower that's safer at a price you can afford with a one-day jacuzzi bath remodel.
Done this in 30 days. You did not have to wait. It is amazing.
Those things are the same as the one we fought outside with Grip. Seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers with their side too.
To features like grab bars and custom
So
seats
these
that
are our
provide
keys.
safety and style.
Are you
Never
certain,
been
Instructor?
easier. Get your free design consultation,
Yeah, they're
schedule
kind
your
of all
one-day
kinds of
installation,
weapons made by a
start
rather
loving your new bathroom
unsafe
shower right
A
away.
real pain to deal with.
You get great installation at no
We need
interest
to
and no
hurry, but
payment
keep your
structure.
wits about it.
Go to jacuzzi.remodel.com or call 800-991-2603. That's 800-991-2603. Call now.
No matter why you started your business, your goal is to keep on growing. And with the help of financing from Fabulous, you can meet all of your business goals.
I will
Because at
propose.
Fabulous,
Leave it to
we
me.
finance the legacy builders, the creators, the freedom chasers, the opportunity seekers. At Fabulous, we finance small businesses.
It's my turn.
Last year, to combat inflation, we ran a promotion unprecedented unlimited. And it's so popular, we're doing it again. It's like a sequel that's actually as good as the original. Maybe better. Definitely not. It's exactly
Every day, more young people are deciding it's time for a fresh approach to pet food. Develop the pets made from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog, and delivered right to your door. It's smarter, healthier pet food.
This is how AG1 works to upgrade your health routine. By providing many quality ingredients,
Leave it to
something
me.
easier than this. Those mix and match supplements replaced. That complicated health routine simplified. One scoop makes high quality nutrition powerfully simple every day. It's time to get foundational nutrition at drinkag1.com.
My turn.
The summer speaking just got serious. Introducing new 3-4 members who might not be ready for them. But at $3 a pop, your wallet definitely is.
Proxnews.com. Just how
I welcome all challengers.
My turn.
And one for me. Yeah. Of course.
President Biden will turn the world over to their NATO allies.
Okay.
This minutes from now will be there. He does.
Like
And this
that
all
was
became new calls to step aside now from a growing number of frustrated Democrats, publicly warning that Biden is going to lose Donald Trump in November. Hello everyone, this is Outnumbered. I'm Kaylee McEnany. Here's my co-host, Emily Campagno. Also joining us, Fox Press first co-host, Carly Shipkiss. Fox Business anchor and co-host of Bottom Line on Fox Business, Megan McDowell. And Fox News contributor and host of the David Webb Show on Sirius XM Patriot, David Webb. We'll talk Democrat lawmakers, allies, and now even George Clooney, big fundraiser for President Biden, are pressuring Biden to get out of the race. Clooney just out with his bombshell guest essay in the New York Times. He writes, quote, "It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effing Deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. We are not going to win in November with this president. On top of that, we won't win the House, and we're going to lose the Senate." It was George Clooney. He was at a fundraiser hosting it with Biden just 3 weeks ago. And top Democrats go even further, warning that Biden will lose in a landslide.
The president just doesn't seem to come to. He hasn't come to grips with it. He's not winning this race. You just look at
How
the
did they manage to
data
get them
talk
prepped so
to people
fast?
around the
Don't tell me
country,
they're just going to let him rip
political
without even
people
setting a
around the
target.
country. It's more likely that he'll lose by a landslide than win narrowly this race.
We have to be honest with
certainly not
ourselves.
shy about
It's
bringing
not
out
just
the
the
big
White
guns.
House at stake.
We don't have time
All
for
of
this.
these
Take these
seats
things
are
out
going
back.
to be very, very closely
Let's send
contested.
these
So the
greens to
top of
the
the
scrap
ticket
heap.
is essential, just
We
like
have
in
nothing to
24.
fear.
And everyone said
My
Joe
turn.
Biden's the guy. Let's get behind him. I think we need a different choice. We're going to be able to beat Donald Trump.
I still think I'll stand by my thing that he won't run, but if he does, we're just making a idiotic choice. We're losing.
All
We're
right,
not
let's
winning.
do this.
Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by landslide and take with him the Senate and the House.
Here goes.
You know, Emily, I heard David Axelrod say yesterday that he can't find
Analyzing the
or
enemy's
think of
fighters.
Democrats who are willing to go into Biden's living room and communicate to them face to face some of the things that we're hearing on TV or mostly behind the scenes. You can't get closer, most likely, to the Biden living room than a New York Times op-ed that's probably on the coffee table with George Clooney, one of your big fundraisers, saying it's time to go. I have to point this out at the risk of being obvious. Because George Clooney is a medic. He's not only a medic owner, but he's also the top biller of fundraising. He is who this president has been trying out before 2020 to say, hey everyone, online, donate as much as you can to my campaign. What's notable about this are 2 points. Number one, that this is indeed a very, very public breaking of the guards. Right? This is not a off-the-cuff answer to a reporter. This is not a text that was leaked. This is an op-ed that was public. If there's not a call to arms in this, then I don't know what is. And the second thing is that the question remains, who encouraged him to do this? Was it George Clooney himself? I wonder, I doubt it. So I think behind the scenes, there's someone that are, or people that are far more persuasive, far more leading behind the scenes that said, hey George, we need you now to do this. But the bottom line is, what now? As he says, he goes on to say, let's hear from Wes Moore, Kamala Harris, Gretchen Whitmer, Gavin Newsom, Andy Beshear, J.D. Pritzker, in that order. Let's agree, he says, that the candidates not attack one another, but in the short time we have, focus on what will make this country soar. Then we can go to the DNC and figure it out. And final point, if all of a sudden this is a catastrophe and now everyone's seeing the light, well, what about the president governing?
Shit.
What is his calls for him to step out as we've all lost servicemen and women and Americans under him? You know, Carly, we hear often from the White House, from top officials, you know, he's healthier than the rest of us. You know, gun rates can't keep up with him. Well, what we were just looking at a moment ago was images from a fundraiser 3 weeks ago. And George Clooney is basically saying to all the White House talking points we're hearing, that's not true. I saw him face to face. It's the same guy who did Stephen.
And he said in that the debate essentially was not a one-off. I saw this during the fundraiser, one of the biggest fundraisers of this election cycle. And something that I was thinking about before this op-ed came out is that, remember when you were younger and you were too afraid to dive into the pool because the water was cold, so you walked in slowly and were miserable every step of the way? It's kind of like how Democrats have been since the debate, where no one with real political sway has dove into the Joe Biden has got to go pool. So the whole party is miserable and doesn't really know where to go. Now we've talked a lot about how celebrity endorsements don't have really sway, but a celebrity opposition is like a totally new thing. And what about the of this? I mean, Hollywood is in Capitol Hill. Sometimes there is very significant crossover. It could go by cover for other big donors, big celebrities to say, you know, Joe Biden, you must step aside because of all the really well-written points that George Clooney gave in his op-ed. The other thing that I got today was Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, she was asked, do you think, would you like Joe Biden to run for re-election? And her response essentially was, I want Joe Biden to do what he wants to do. That's like a very polite way of saying something when you think in your head about that big hook and you're getting Joe Biden off the stage. You have that. He's got to go. Okay, yeah.
We have that. That's exactly what it was. I mean, I was just so here she is this morning. I'm like,
and one for me.
Does he have your support to be the head of the president?
As long as the president it's up to the president to decide if he is going to run.
He has made a decision. He has said firmly this week, he is going to run. Do you want him to run?
I want him to do whatever he decides to do. And that's the way it is. Whatever he decides to go with. I think it's really important, and I would hope everyone would join in, to let him deal with this NATO conference. This is a very big deal. 30 heads of state are here.
Boom.
He is the host of it, and that means not just hosting, it means orchestrating the discussion, setting the agenda, and he's doing so magnificently. And I've said to everyone, let's just hold off. Whatever you're thinking, either tell somebody privately, but you don't have to put that out on the table until we see how we go this week.
My turn.
huge deal. Dick Sherman said it was like a bomb going off on Capitol Hill. She said that we'll wait for Biden to decide. One problem, Biden hasn't decided.
What's Joe going to do?
Right.
You're going to stand ready. You're going to drop off. What you going to do? I am going to win again.
Are you confident you can turn around in 4 years?
Here we go.
We're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
See,
All right,
here's what's
let's
the
do
hard
this.
pull. She told CBS she had been misrepresented by the media.
Right.
Okay, so she puts out a news statement. I'll just read you the first sentence. Speaker Pelosi fully supports whatever Biden decides to do. He's decided! That's exactly what you said on MSNBC this
My
morning.
turn.
Boy, passive aggressive. That's pretty much what it is. By the way, can I go back
My
to
turn.
for a second?
Sure.
It's his wife, Amal, that is the one to watch here. This is a woman who's been the United Nations Tribunal, the International Criminal Court, all of this and more. She's the power player with the globalists and all of that, The Hague, etc. So that's the one to watch. But their concern is that while they're winning the European nations with the left, if they lose in America, they get a setback. Now, to Pelosi is the best at saying and watching what's innocuous, but needs more. And what she did
Excellent.
was she deflected and distracted. The president said it. She's playing it safe. She's an elitist. She's a speaker emeritus. She doesn't care. She's going to make the stock trade or something someday that we don't know about. It's what she did. So I don't put much on her.
We're running
I
out of
put
time.
more on the
I'm gonna go
people
on ahead.
behind the scenes, like
Follow me as
Amal,
soon as your shirt
like
says
the
to.
globalist. George Clooney is the actor, but he knows him. The name is famous. But when you look what's behind him with his wife, and you see who's behind her, you see the agenda that is the leftist agenda.
Dan, there was a stunning comment that happened as we were going to air. We've all seen the George Stephanopoulos suggesting he can't serve another 4 years. ABC News said that was not our position. George said I shouldn't have answered that question. We've all seen that.
Don't.
This was Chuck Todd. This is the first time I've ever heard this. He is talking about a senior cabinet official. Remember, cabinet officials can invoke the 25th Amendment to remove the President of the United States. Listen to what he said. A senior cabinet official told him not 2 days ago, 2 years ago.
Gonna have the cabinet secretary. Right. But I had a cabinet secretary 2 years ago. Okay, 2 years ago. All out of the blue asking me, do you really think he can't run a game like this? And I said, well, you have more interaction with him than I do. And he said, I don't have a lot of interaction with him. This is a pretty senior cabinet secretary. So, and this was 2 years ago.
The cabinet doesn't have interaction, and they were questioning his mental acuity 2 years ago? Soldiers died over those 2 years.
Yes, and I find what the media is doing now, talking about this, and George Clooney coming out and saying, oh, you should get out of the way, to be just the depths of discussion. It is vile that they would come out because they're doing it in their own self-interest. The media and these celebrities, they're the gross cocktail of arrogance and insecurity and ego, where they don't want to be the last one standing up with Joe Biden. George Clooney was at that fundraiser where President Obama had to walk Joe Biden off the stage. He didn't stand up and say, which is what was coming out from Retail here now. He didn't say anything when I was sitting on this very sofa a year ago saying that Joe Biden is cognitively addled, that he is suffering what all of our family members do. He didn't say anything when I sat here and said Joe Biden will not be a self-caring adult at the end of another term. He said nothing. They only care about their own egos, and they don't care. They usually care about people in power paying attention to them. Now, their egos have superseded that. They are stuck with Joe Biden, period. They did not stand up for the American people and the Democrat voter. Joe Biden's not going anywhere. You're stuck with him.
Yeah, and you just be clear. I do not care about the political repercussions of this. I do not care if Biden's a nominee or not. I deeply care about 13 lawsuits at the gate. I deeply care about 2 wars on Joe Biden's watch. And I deeply care that a senior cabinet secretary, questioned the mental acuity 2 years ago. We need a select committee on mental acuity. We need it today. Come on, Republicans. All Americans should demand it. As President Biden fixes a new way to step aside from his own party, he is about to appear on the world stage with our NATO allies in a moment now. We're going to bring on you live as soon as it begins.
Before revolution, before America, before destiny came home, he was George. You have ambitions. I have tried, sir. A pioneer, a soldier, a leader.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This train is bound for Reyahard via Celtic. The next stop is Trista. Trista. You will be stopped at Trista for 1 minute. When disembarking, please ensure no belongings are left behind.
Feel more confident with stock ratings from JP Morgan Chase. In the Chase app, when you have decisions, the answer is JP Morgan.
Spring's really in full bloom here, huh?
Did you
Back home, there's so much snow on the ground, I hardly even realized it.
I said I'm telling everyone. Hey!
Buy one pair, 1 free from practice. Vision works. See the difference.
If you're in pain but need to stay mobile, you need Copperfit Rapid Relief, a revolutionary line of hot and cold therapy wraps that keep you mobile while you recover, no matter where it hurts. A breakthrough adjustable design with a salt gel pack insert in a lightweight copper-infused wrap for targeted hot or cold pain relieving therapy of sore muscles and achy joints. If it hurts, Copperfit's got you covered. Get the full line of Copperfit Rapid Relief wraps, available at Walmart pharmacies. We needed a project manager yesterday. We posted a job with ZipRecruiter, had our guy on site in 5 minutes. He was qualified and everything. ZipRecruiter finds the best candidates for all the jobs. They helped us build our dream team.
But I look forward to that's where AG comes in. With top rated certified pros in over 500 categories. Find top rated certified pros in AG.com.
Central stage. I'm actually for $190 from a week ago.
I go check $20. Some sites in their last room. They don't have all the availability. Instead, use Trivago. Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to $50 a night.
Well, at least I got the last ticket to the game, so.
Hotel? Trivago.
Tonight on Neighbor Manual, why do Democrats want to require citizenship to vote? Because I don't very easier tonight on it.
Wonder how long it'll be before I think of it as home. But yeah, I think I'm going to like it. Ouch! Whoa, sorry. Are you okay? Should have better place attention to see.
I should have been paying more attention to where I was going instead of gawking at the flowers. It's really a pretty town though, isn't it? Just like a postcard.
Yeah, I guess that's the magic of springtime for you. I hope everything in your case is okay.
Oh, don't worry about that. It'll be fine. Hey, you've got the red uniform too, huh?
Yeah, but now that you mention it, almost everyone else on the train had a green jacket. I'm one of the few I've seen in red. I didn't really think about it until now. I just put on the uniform they sent me.
I hadn't given it much thought until I got here either. And yeah, like you said, there have been a few others sporting them too, so I doubt it's a mistake. Maybe it means we'll end up being classmates. Anyway, I should get going. I've got a feeling we'll see each other again at the entrance ceremony, though.
I totally forgot to ask your name. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into each other
You are
later.
looking live as the
Right though, it is weird that there's so few of us in red. Believe it enough to make it, class?
This is a big moment. It's Biden with world leaders. You'll see the Ukrainian president there. This moment, you'll also see Prime Minister of Japan, South Korea, among others.
Sure looks a lot fancier than your standard issue ornament, that's for sure.
Shaking hands. President Biden will likely be in the middle. This comes as he is about to meet with the new UK
Guess there's no point in racking my brain over it. Someone will probably explain it during orientation.
All of these leaders for dinner. It's an important moment.
Those military academies on the north side of town.
A typical commander-in-chief event with world leaders.
I've still got some time to look around before the entrance ceremony. It'd be pretty awkward to be late the first day.
About these leaders questioning Joe Biden, questioning if he can continue. And then this comes after a political report that says the NATO leaders seem to be speaking to President Trump. They're talking golf analogies, paying their fair share, clearly saying they could be taking a different
Acknowledging.
Yeah, a few things on this NATO summit. First of all, when it comes to President Biden's messaging ahead of it, he has talked a lot, especially in the wake of all the fallout from the debate, about how he has strengthened the NATO alliance and gotten NATO countries to pay their fair share. That started under former President Trump. So that's one thing there. The other thing that's happening right now is that all of the focus on President Biden's condition is really overshadowing the main aim of this summit, which is to project strength as a nation and as an alliance. So you really have to ask yourself, what does President Biden's current condition mean for our national security over the next 4 months? And 4 months from now, if he is to win re-election, which he's asking the American people for another 4 more years. And I think one of the most important questions that all Americans really do need to ask themselves right now, because, you know, he's the commander-in-chief. He is the leader of our nation, which is the strongest in the world, is would you, with all due respect to the president, but given his debate performance, would you trust Joe Biden to drive your child in a vehicle? And if the answer is yes, what about 4 years from now? And if the answer is no, do you trust him to drive this nation and therefore other countries' futures as well?
No, that's a big question. I mean, David, and I go back to Brett Baer last night asking John Kirby about that late night phone call. And John Kirby
Please
seems to
excuse my
recount
rudeness,
where there was a late night phone call, and he seems to rather thrillingly intimate that Biden picked up the phone at 8 a.m. as if that were good news. The details weren't clear, but it's a question a lot of people are asking.
And in the interview that Biden did with George Stephanopoulos, it was the what I'll call the elderly dug-in Democrat trifecta of the addle, the denial, but also the arrogance of, I am the only person who can hold NATO together. And these nations, some of them, have upped their contributions to NATO as a percentage of their economy because Russia went into Ukraine, which happened under Joe Biden's watch, which happened because of the disaster in the Afghanistan withdrawal, which you mentioned, and which happened because his energy policy, which is foreign policy, drove up the price of oil.
So this is it.
We would never have gone into Ukraine if we had not enriched and empowered them to do so. And I just want to note that Modi of India, just a few days ago, put Vladimir Putin in a bear hug in Moscow.
Military Academy.
Again, a really exemplifies how Biden has strengthened not just the access of
founded by the
Russia,
legendary Emperor
Iran,
himself.
and China, but also sent India into the arms of Russia even more. Now it is importing about $50 billion a year in energy. We have enriched Iran for the same reason we've enriched Russia. We have done nothing to stop the export of oil out of Russia. They built up their entire army of oil tankers and insurance. He has allowed Iran to export oil, about $100 billion worth of oil just to China in the last few years, giving Iran money to fund terror proxies, attacking U.S. individuals, attacking Israel. It's really astonishing. His policy is weak. And now we see his mind and body are weak. His policy was weak from day one.
This isn't open for debate. Take whatever rest you need, then return to Berea Hard. As usual, this will be your problem.
Biden awarded the Medal of Freedom last night as a surprise since he's retiring. They're shaking the hands of each and every world leader, but magnified attention on every single hand gesture, every single movement, every single word of the president. You know, Nancy Pelosi, the takeaway for many this morning, Katie Rogers of the New York Times said, is, you know, hold your breath, and I'm paraphrasing her here, but let's wait and see what
actually froze.
One of Weinfeld's fanciest models, too. Looks like even Aragonia's upper crust
one of the stated purposes of this NATO summit right now as well is to scale up defense support for Ukraine. And the whole point is, amid what? Amid Russia's invasion that has now lasted for years. And what's interesting to note is on the heels, as you aptly stated, that, you know, our president bestowed the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor, to the outgoing Secretary General. Well, he sort of took the helm right when Russia did invade Ukraine, and since then, we have 23 of 32 of those member states that indeed reached the goal of contributing 2% of their GDP to domestic defense spending. I bring that up because that's not 32. So what happened to the other 7 plus 2 is 9.
Hold on to that
But the other 9 countries
Oh, right.
and during
You
this
mentioned something
entire
about that in the guidebook.
alliance, keep in mind Turkey and Hungary have hijacked the consensus-oriented purpose
Should
of
be able to
NATO,
return it to you
their
before long.
stated purposes.
Hardly even
But
miss
we
it.
have a lot of friction, my point is, and against the climate is taken so aptly detailed for us. At the end of the day, the reason why Ukraine needs more support from us and from NATO is because we hamstrung them when we gave it the reason why this war has lasted so long is because we are dictating to them the terms with what they can do with the support that we have given them, and it is why it continues to drive up. So the climate against which these leaders are taking their photographs is one I argue not a plan, but certainly one reflective of a rise in our enemies because the allyship has been pressured under President Biden's watch. You know, David, to highlight the point that we made about spending levels and how each of them are starting to meet their 2% target, which President Trump put the pressure on.
Excellent.
You know, the political
Love this game.
I mentioned earlier, I have the
Now,
exact
if I
wording
may,
here. Welcome
I'd
to
like to
our
say a
table.
few words in
European
closing
leaders
about
tailored
this
their
Academy's
talk
illustrious
about how
history.
Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, these countries were showing tough love for countries that aren't meeting their heavy defense spending, even using golf analogies such as, when you're in a golf club, you don't get to take to the green unless you pay your fair share.
Forest Military Academy was
They see
founded
someone who
almost 220
Whether
years
they
ago.
like it or not, the likelihood for them
Its founder, as
to
I'm sure
2
you
weeks ago,
know,
NATO puts
was
out
none
its
other than the
deployment
great
plan, its
Emperor
deployment
Druid.
plan against the counter to Russia if they go further. Why would they put
The
that out?
very
They can do
same
it
emperor
What
who
follows that?
ended the
And
War of the
Biden said it
Lions
yesterday in
and
his 15
returned
minute speech.
prosperity
He
to the
brags about how we
Eragonian
now have
Empire.
100,000 U.S. troops with near
30
proximity
years
to
after
the
becoming
conflict.
emperor,
Then another
in the
areas
later
in Europe,
years
they
of
used to
his
give out
life,
half that
he opened the doors of this
Germany had the largest
institution.
footprint of
It
Americans
was to be a
outside of
place
America
where
in the
young
military
people
did,
like
but used to be around
yourselves could learn
53,000.
the art of
All
war.
of these and more. And then when you look at our NATO allies and what Biden's promising,
But with the
other countries
mechanization
are
of the
stepping up because
military,
of self-interest.
many of our graduates now pursue careers outside the
What
army.
happened during the Trump year, and to David's point about energy policy, when Russia was taking off the SWIFT banking system, what was left? And David, you and I talked about this since it happened. The oil transfer payments were left. So the fuel that fuels Russia's war, that fuels Putin's efforts, while he allies with Iran, the very big point about India and support.
Our mission,
They buy
however,
energy from
remains the
Venezuela,
same.
they buy from
To
Russia, they
prepare
buy
our
from everybody.
students to
And
fulfill
Saudi
Emperor
Arabia
Draco's
then
famous
says,
mandate.
we're going to get off the reserve currency, go to the yuan. What do they do with the
Arise,
OPEC
O
cartel?
youth,
Who's a member of
and
the
become
OPEC
the
cartel?
foundation
Russia.
of the
You
world.
start to see energy policy
Though
overrun
much has
economic
happened
policy
these
in the
past
case
2
of
and
NATO
a quarter
and Europe,
centuries,
and how
the
this is
world
likely
is
to play out.
still
This
the
is a
domain
very
of the young.
dangerous cocktail
Yet still the question
It is.
remains,
You know, we want to break away
what
from this for a moment
qualities
because I do want
must
to
one
show you
possess
anything
to
that
become
happens that is
a
up to
part
this.
of its
But I do want to
foundation?
play yesterday.
I hope this
And how you
critter
estimated
will
about
serve
national
as a
security
guide and an
repercussions.
inspiration
This
to
was
you
John Kirby,
during your
a
2
stunning moment
years at this
over at
academy.
there. At
Go
South High
forth,
School
my
College. You heard us reference
students.
it, but I want
The
to play it for
world awaits the great things you will
Oh,
one day
the
accomplish.
guy that I see, the guy that I work with, the commander-in-chief that I know,
World,
when
huh?
people saw what that debate on that debate stage, just not.
No pressure, right?
2 elections ago, he got pulled out. Now there's real concern about can he handle something, you know, that doesn't happen between 10 and 4 p.m. He gets called tonight all the time. And, you know, a couple of G7s ago, right?
He didn't always look
There
like
was
taking it easy with it.
a missile that fell in Poland. There was a concern that it could have been a Russian missile. That call came in the middle of the night.
Guess we've got
He
more to
called
worry
again
about
with
than
the
just
G7 at the
passing
snap meeting.
exams,
By
huh?
8 o'clock that morning. He
I
gets
guess we
calls
do.
all out.
I mean, maybe there was more to the story, Carly. Maybe
I'm
it
Elliot
didn't
Craig.
point out
Nice
you
to
wanted
meet
to,
you.
and it's maybe there was a
Range
larger media
Hey,
event, but when I
looks like
heard
we're
that,
sporting
I
the
was
same
like,
school
I call
fashion.
David
Yeah.
Ross.
I do what the red uniform is supposed to mean,
Pretty
though.
but here to see
Most of the other students are wearing black, well, except for the ones in the white uniforms.
Joe Biden
Those
said he
must be
wants
the
to
nobles.
go to bed at 8 p.m. Who gets the phone calls
Looks
from
that
the
way.
First Lady? She says,
Well,
well, there are people that will wake up the president.
Something
Yes,
wrong?
there are. But the question is how
Just thinking
is he
to
clear
myself.
enough to respond?
And that brings us to the close of Thor's
There's
215th
also this
entrance
report
ceremony.
earlier this week about how the president was supposed to hold this event with the German chancellor overseas. It was going to be at 8 o'clock, pushed up because he knew about his early bedtime, and he ended up not showing up. I believe it was Antony Blinken who did. And now there's been pushback. Oh, that's not true. Of course, they're saying that. But a few years ago, I also remember when the president was speaking in Hanoi. Remember during that press conference?
Please
and he
proceed
said,
to the class
all right,
designated
I'm
in your
taking the
guide.
questions. I'm going to bed.
There,
And at the
you
time,
will go
it's like,
over the
God,
school
he can't
rules
be
as well as your class's
critically
curriculum. That is all.
During this critical moment when you rarely speak in
That's
so
designated in our guide
that
book.
time is
I
a
don't remember seeing anything like that.
so
There wasn't any information on that either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
We'll see. That's the very same thing in her answer saying, it was also she was saying, let's wait and see how he does tomorrow. That's what it sounds like. And I totally agree.
Probably thinking.
Which is why I'm
perfectly understandable.
You know, in a press shop, you
Your
think about every
situation
word
is a
coming out of your
little
mouth.
more
Like,
complicated than the other students.
every word.
But before I complain,
So
I'm calling you to join me for
which is why it's
special
so
orienteering exercise.
when I heard Free Jump Theater last
Beginning
week,
in 3 minutes,
I thought it was a mistake. I went, no, she's gonna
really
regret
not.
that.
Here,
We are saying it's a big
now,
boy press
right
conference.
this way.
She's a hottie.
Looks like we're gonna have to follow her if we want any answers.
A press conference next week. Big boy press International Labor Leaders of AFL-CIO summit to show the unprecedented strength of our alliance. Hold a press conference, a big boy press conference. After that, the president will hold a press conference. It's a big boy press conference. This is what we're calling it. You'll certainly hear from the president on Thursday when he gives his press conference, his big boy press conference.
Now that the big boy connected things there to see. How do you call it that?
Because you want people to focus on big boy and keep talking about it in the media. The other word they're using a lot is robust. Here's a robust
Why is there a building
schedule.
this
The other word
directly
that's
on
coming out
campus?
of the media
It looks like it
last
should have been
few
torn down
hours
ages
is
ago.
they simply want us to be distracted. This is the strategy of distraction from serious issues.
What does she even want us to do here?
Big boy's a
Ever gonna tell us what's going on?
I suppose we'll just have to go inside and see for ourselves what awaits us.
I would say, Commander, if I said big boy about President Trump, like I think he'd have a word to
This
say
place
about
looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
Now that you mention it, it kind of
I
does.
get Democrats
This is
emails,
everyone
I
I've
get
seen
some of
with
their
red
sentiments,
uniforms so
some
far.
of their sentiments to me. They all get the same echo chamber, and then it goes out to their media allies, and they repeat it until the public picks up on it. You know communication. From a communication standpoint, if you can inject something into today's lexicon, what happens?
These are a new
People repeat
underclassmen,
it,
huh?
but real issues are going
I've got
on.
a different set of hoops to jump through than you did.
and I don't want to know it because big boy evokes an image of a big child.
I can explain why we're doing it.
I'm just happy all our work's paying off. I'd
She
hate
is
to have
trying
spent
to
a
make
year's worth of
nice
effort for nothing.
with the media. It is
That's
just
true.
this
Wait,
sing-song
when
meeting
did
when
you
she
do
comes
any
out
work?
and starts
You
the
were
press
just
briefing.
slacking up
It's
the
like,
whole time.
Okay, we're here,
Says the
and
massive
we're gonna
slacker.
have just a great little
Still,
chit-chat.
looks like
We're gonna
Arisa's
go
got some
back
stiff
before that
competition.
debate,
Quite a
before
bevy of
everybody's on
beauties
my
they've
case.
got there.
And it's gonna
And
be a
I'm
big
looking
press
forward to
conference,
getting
and it's trying
intimately
to
acquainted with each and
and
every
it's
one of
trying
them.
to
Oh,
make
you
them
know
go,
anything?
and it's just, it's
Wait.
disastrous,
No,
and it's
no,
not
not
working.
these ones
But if
too.
you
Stop
watch
flirting
the
with
whole
every
thing,
damn girl
which
you
we
lay
do,
eyes
so
on.
the American people don't have
Do you
to.
have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts
That's
broken
part of
because
it.
of
It's
your
the,
libido?
before you get into the
Did you
morass
just sneer
with
at
the
me?
press, because the press
You
was
did,
first to
didn't
turn
you?
on them, because
Come
they
on now,
realized
no
again that
fighting,
they
you
were
two.
embarrassed that they had not been doing any job called journalism in the last 3.5
Well, look,
years,
finally
and
made
they
it.
got hit in the
Nice
face with
work.
it again.
You got our little
Their
chickadees
ego
all sorted
over
out,
their
I take it?
desire to be accepted by these people in power in the White House.
From here on out, we're gonna
It
have
does
to
a
give it
disservice to
all
her
we've got
boss,
to
though.
support
I
this
really
legend
think it
class.
does, and I think you're probably right about
Now
that.
you sound the part
Emily,
of the student
she has
council
a
president.
third
Well,
lie
she's
to
going all
address
in.
today
Oh,
because
they'd be in
she
for a
said the
pretty rough
difference
time if we
between
didn't
meeting
help
with
out a
Parkinson
little.
specialists
At least to
who
start
found
with,
out
anyway.
guidance help.
Everything's ready over there, right?
You
Third
betcha.
time.
Just like the instructor asked.
Thus far. Third time thus far.
Can't
I
help
will
but
say,
feel a little
yes,
sorry
absolutely,
for
it
them.
totally infantilizes him. That's the whole point.
Same
But when you
here.
are dealing
They've
with
got
someone
no
that they
idea
have
what
worked
they're being
very
tossed
hard to
into.
lower the standards for, then what we expect
The
is
class
a
they've been
child with a
picked for
problem.
didn't
The
even
worst
exist
problem
before
about it,
this year.
depending on that earlier,
Guess all we
is that
can
it
do is watch
obfuscates
and see what
global
they're made of,
policies.
right?
So while we are dissecting whether in fact he can read a prompter, what we really should be dissecting is the failed policies of this person who has put all of us in jeopardy for now almost 4 years. That's the major problem. And Emily, speaking with you here for a moment, this is the family photo that we're looking at. I mean, I imagine Lucy's watching this right now. I imagine all the jittery Democrats are watching this right now. An 8th Democrat, this is going on. Another breaking news item that came was a 8th
The name's
House
Sarah
Democrat has come
Valentine.
out and said he needs to step aside.
I'm the
Everyone's
instructor in charge of Class
watching
7,
the
which means
TVs
you
on
get the
Capitol
pleasure
Hill
of seeing
are
me
watching
all
this and
year.
watching for
Finally meet
anything.
you.
And look, I think that it's sealed. He's going to be the nominee.
Class
He has the support of
7?
leadership, but this is huge.
Us?
Tomorrow's huge. Every moment. And
I'm
I
not
think
sure I
about how
understand.
in baseball, for
I wasn't
example,
told
what matters is
anything
your
about this
body
enrollment.
average, right? And we look at it, the
Excuse me,
aggregate, hey, it's
Instructor
okay, we
Sarah?
rely on your average. So
I
the
was
notion
under the
that people are
impression that there
dissecting
were only
potentially
5
the
courses at
president's
this
big boy
academy,
press
and that
conference or
students
his
were split
upcoming
among them
remarks,
based on their
why
social class
shouldn't the
and
aggregate
major.
matter more? When he
Right
calls
you
it a
are,
bad
Miss Top
night
Scorer
and
on the
utter
Thor's
failure,
entrance
hey,
exam.
the reality is that
Students
it's
in
a
each year are
bad
divided into
presidential
5
run.
classes, 2
We,
for
and again,
nobility and
so does
3
the
for
globe, our
commoners.
allies
And
specifically
it's been
deserve
that
better
way
than
for
that.
ages,
Last
right
year,
up through
the
last
outgoing
year.
Secretary General
But
of
this
NATO,
year,
remember, he
we
used to be the
decided to
president of
shake things
Finland.
up a little.
The incoming one was the president of the Netherlands. It
We now
bears
have
worth
a 6th
repeating
class.
that our
Fitting new
allies need
title?
to remain secure and
Class
strong.
7.
And both the
And Class 7,
the
we
desertion
recognize
that
no
we
distinction
exhibited
between
in
nobles and
Afghanistan
commoners.
and our allies there, the
Wait,
message it
you
sent
just
to our
jumped
global
straight
allies,
from 5 to
the
7?
fractured policy we've had with
Really
Ukraine,
putting nobles
the
and
fractured
commoners in
support,
the
all
same
of
class?
this goes horribly on the
some kind of
presidential
joke.
candidate that now people
why
are
is
saying,
this the
well,
first
this is
I've
going
heard
to
of
break
it?
the camel's back. This is the straw. I argue the straw was the last 3 years, and now it seems as if the House of Cards is falling one congressman at a time. Senate, step up. Yes. Well, President Biden exiting the stage
And
there.
with all due
Bad news.
respect,
You've lost
Instructor,
George
it's
Clooney, you've lost
ludicrous to
House
intermix
Democrat.
nobles and
What's next?
commoners
We'll
like
tell you.
this.
We're outnumbered.
Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
Every day,
You
veteran
do
homeowners
know
are calling
I'm
New
not the
Day
one
to
who
pay
made
off
the
credit
decision,
card
right?
debt that's been
Besides,
piling
what's the
up.
big deal anyway?
They were
We're
shocked to learn
kids.
they could
Can't
pay
you all
22%
get
of their credit
along
card
or something?
balances, and the payments were late
Get
as
along?
much as 30%.
And
That's
how
over
would you
3 times
propose we
the
do
interest
that?
rate on a New Day 100 VA home loan. Pay off high-rate credit cards and other debt with a lower rate
What's your
New Day
problem?
home loan.
Oh,
Save
nothing
hundreds
much.
of months,
I just
thousands
find the irony of your behavior
Call
rather humorous.
1-844-934-2568.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some
help people
noble
with
house
that
has
for
left the
free.
comfort of
It's
his mansion
So
to
this
grace
is
the
that.
unwashed masses with his
This is
wisdom. Please, Milord,
types of moderate
do
to severe
share
asthma.
your steamed name with us so I can give you all the
It can
respect
cause
you
allergic
deserve.
reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor
Not
about
that I'd
or
expect
worsening
the name of
joints,
an
pain, or
arrogant,
nursing
stuck-up
infection.
hedonist
Don't change
to
your
lodge
stop
itself in that
medicine.
hard-headed
Steroids
voice.
without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
It's so easy to
One of
get
the
your
4
niche
droid
on places you
houses,
safe like
the
tell
son of
people I
Duke
am.
Alvarea,
Started off
Lord
as
of
a
the
ship
points
and
and
just
powers in
keep
the
going. So
southeast.
what do we do now? Let's
you don't get much
live
more
in
noble than that.
SafeLife.com. Safe
Interesting.
Life Repair. Safe Life
I've heard the
Replace.
rumors.
Yeah, Safe Life Repair. Safe Life Replace. All these games on DirecTV and no satellite on the
Do you
roof. Think
expect
about
me
this.
to be
Blue
impressed?
Jays,
Your
Cardinals,
family lineage means
Orioles.
nothing
What's
to
missing?
me.
The
I'll
Indian
never
country.
bend
No
my knee to the
walnut
likes
grain.
of...
Pigeons.
Okay,
They'd rather
okay,
name a
that's
team after
enough.
socks. To be fair, we're not very athletic. Joe Biden's
I'm
debate
sure
is
a
a
couple of
joke.
you have a
I really don't know what he said at the
but
end of
now's
that
not the
sentence. I
time.
don't
I'll
think he
hear you
knows what he said
conclude.
either.
I told you
Right
to
now,
stop
you've got your orienteering exercise, and far be it for me to keep you from our
But
fun
there's
little
one thing Joe
icebreaker.
Biden did get right.
We finally beat Medicare. We really did beat Medicare. We beat it to death.
That's the Biden's agenda.
What exactly does that involve?
Who's their program?
It's a form of
Well,
outdoor
insurance premiums
competition,
skyrocket
isn't
for
it?
everyone else.
Something
We
like
can't
a cross
afford to let
between
Joe
a
Biden
mock breeding exercise and a
Americans
scavenger hunt?
is responsible for the benefits of advertising. But that's the sheets so soft.
Fucking raining like a bitch out.
Hot motto. And use our signature read that's designed to get softer with every wash. Even if you can't see the difference, you'll feel it.
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Someone needs to
Nothing gets
customize
by
the
you,
hundreds
does
Liberty
it?
Mutual. Wait, there's an elevator?
But
Only pay?
I don't want to spoil the fun, so let's get started, shall we? What?
There's an electrified vehicle for everyone to fall in love with. Get offers on select models at the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event.
Do you know there's no tea in schedule?
Come on, Steve.
T&D sketches with this.
No cheating. You're going with them, and that's that. What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Now, first of all, as we begin Arithmetic 5 today, we want to talk about addition. So today,
At Becca Academy, screen time is actually good for your child. Start your free trial and save $100 today.
Right? Diabetes. There's no slowing down. Each day is a unique blend of
Laura
people
gave out for
and
Monday.
things to do. That's why you choose
I
Concert to
can't
help
believe I
manage blood
fell
sugar
for such an
response.
obvious
Uniquely
trap.
designed with with Carbs Day. Lucerne. We're right off the
Does this
bat.
mean there's a series of catacombs?
In this crazy world, how do you
then?
protect and grow your investment portfolio
What does
and
that
your
woman think
retirement
she's
fund?
playing at?
The smart investor has their money in a guaranteed product that goes up with the market. Their gains lock in, and when the market goes down, they don't lose money.
It was going to
Forward
jump out of
with
my
their money,
chest.
never backward.
Irene, are
And we
you
do it for our clients every day.
okay?
If you have at least $100,000 to invest, get your investor's guide and see the trade.
Easy now. Hands where she can see them.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
Former President Donald Trump is back on the campaign trail, sticking to a strategy of challenging
I'm really sorry about that. Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important here, right?
Against mine on the golf course. Can you believe this? Did you ever see him swing? That's why this evening I am also, this is in honor of you and everybody here. There's 45,000 people. That's a lot of people.
Now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve.
Also officially challenging to an 18-hole golf match right here. I will give us 10 strokes aside on every wins I will give. The challenge of this to a standing challenge that he wants $1 million.
And Trump also made by his himself.
And he has what it takes to be president. But this time it will be man to man, no moderators, no holds barred.
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables.
Anywhere.
So, Team Baten
Is this?
dwindling by the second. They do keep they will harp on President
The
Trump.
devices we received with the
Which
Academy guidebook.
shows
Seems to be some sort of
they
portable
try to
ordnance.
goad him into saying something that is, that they can reliably feed into the liberal lemmings in the media, something that they will find outrageous, and then that will take over the news cycle. So the Democrats are just desperate to make
These devices have built-in communications functionality then?
about President Trump.
Wait,
And
don't tell me these things
Joe
are...
Biden and all of his problems, starting with his frailty, but his cognitive problem, even on this very day, just to put on the back burner that Joe Biden is, a president and name only.
Argus.
Oh, I was
These
looking
are
for
battle
mine on mine.
That means they'll allow us to use
And they're
codes,
like,
right?
look, Biden's too busy leading the country to spend the follow up on his conference at the court.
It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. He doesn't even do a full-time job. Like, I like Trump's approach with this because it resonates. One, it's very real because the world has seen the debate. They saw what happened with Joe Biden and his failures on the debate stage. However anyone wants to couch it, it's obvious. And also, for the record, and I think you might be looking to see this, I've seen Trump play golf. All right, I've been there, seen him on the driving tee, seen him at the club, and this is a guy who's been playing golf and winning tournaments, and he's offering Biden a chance to give to a charity. Come on, Joe. I thought you were a charitable guy.
I suppose
Maybe
it
you
can't
can
hurt
give
to
it to a
try.
student. Maybe you can bail someone out with $1 million. Take him on. And or bring corn pop. I mean,
This is all yesterday. People were moving 6 states away from Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Arizona, Georgia, and Nevada have gone from toughest leaning Republican. Minnesota, New Hampshire, and Nebraska, the second congressional district, have gone from right Democratic to lean Democratic. So Joe's side is really not moving swiftly. And the same report says Trump's current numbers among black voters are incompatible with any plausible Democratic victory scenario. So in other words, what they're saying is that former President Trump's years ago. In addition to show, this represents the largest bullshit funding year against us. Roughly 47% to 44% is disaster. That's a big deal. What is probably more of a big deal is this New York Times piece that came out about New York. Okay, so check this out. So you see this, it's political rather. This is a report on deep blue New York becoming a battleground state. Listen to the quote: elected officials, union leaders, political consultants are panicking over polls showing a steady erosion in Biden support in a state he won by 23
I see mine over there.
4 years
Let me
ago.
just go grab
So
it,
you
okay?
have these polls all shifting towards Trump. And on top of that, you have Kate Bedingfield. She was the communications director for Biden. She's now been in the private sector for about, I think, a year or two. But she even has this call. I know firsthand better than almost anyone. Biden's team is all about data. They ignore it in ways. They are right. The game here is to convince voters and pundits that when the battle over public data is so overwhelmingly negative, it's a good moment to put forward your theory of the case. That's his communications director saying, guys I worked with, people, women, AIDS, look at the data. The press is hot. Whether she's at the top of the ticket, yep, she is anybody who dares vote for president. Now, House lawmakers are debating the SAVE Act, Republicans' new election integrity bill, and why Democrats are trying to stop.
You don't know what's wrong between the hellfires.
They're trying to kill you. Citizens up there. Streaming now on Fox Station. Sign in at foxstation.com. And always try scoop before you run. Listen, you hot dog down in your big shred. It's time we listen to science. One a day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One a day, science that matters. Fun like that. The classic first timers, they don't know that nearly half of all these cars have been in an accident. But CarPack shows how accidents impact price, so they don't have to overpay. I'm Buzz. Who wants accidents? Shut up, y'all. CarPacks.com.
A vacation starts with a private jet experience from one site's fashion. You've got to see this. Like in your itinerary, search from over 5,000 ways.
We'll wait on that.
And you're on your way. Nothing better than a personalized meal on board. A great vacation always starts with your flight experience.
Oh, we're a complimentary flight.
A first night? They have life insurance?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus. Congratulations!
John,
Now you
I'm
can
trying to
use
find
Arcus as
something
much
to
as
get a
you
phone.
want. These
fortunately,
Arcus
it
units
only
have
has
their
2
own
minutes.
nifty
Select
features.
found John a $500,000 policy for only $29 a month. And his wife Anne a $500,000 policy for only $21 a month. Go to SelectQuote.com now and get the insurance your family needs
At a price you can afford. Select Quote. We shop. You save.
When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon. It's pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once. But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around, though, so don't let your guard down, even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface. Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have. If you make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
I don't think she's joking.
In just
Where do you think you're going? Were you planning to wander off on your own without saying anything? I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here. And I'm surprised that you, of all people, would give a damn what I do. Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all. Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I should accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell?
Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us.
What will this celebrity earthquake be for Biden? Why didn't Clinton say this 3 weeks ago?
Find my way out of here before you.
I'm perfectly organization here. The lawsuits on Ukraine defense
me down.
Possible NATO membership and how to end the war in Ukraine. And Chicago's mayor blames the city's violence on a Republican president, Richard Nixon. What is that all about? You gotta call it over here. I'm John Roberts. Going to join Sandra B at the top of the hour for American Reports.
You are looking live as House lawmakers debate the SAVE Act and vote this afternoon. The bill requires that if you want to vote, you have to show proof of citizenship. Seems pretty straightforward. Republicans do not want non-citizens to win our elections.
What should we do?
They say
the only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves. I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups now.
All the members of this chamber agree.
Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
What's at stake here?
No,
They refuse to hand over our country to illegal aliens, cartels, traffickers, and violent criminals.
And you're welcome to join us as...
That's what's at stake. Now, look, I hate to say it, but we have so many non-citizens in the country right now that if only
perhaps
one
we'll
out
run
of
into our own
100 of those
way and
illegal
join us
aliens
then.
voted, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of votes being
I'm
cast.
certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Democrats say we don't need this. It's already illegal to vote under federal law. We have something called the National Voter Registration Act. And it does not require states that people must prove that they are citizens. It relies on individuals attesting that they are. This would require showing ID and other documents.
And it would also require states to purge non-citizens from the voting roll.
That's
as
such
well.
a hard first
Allow me
impression
to
there,
just
huh?
quote Charlie
You can say that again.
co-host of the
I'll
Bottom
have to
Line
clear things
today.
up with her
One of the
later.
most pernicious
Anyway,
things that Democrats
how do you guys want to do this?
What you just said.
Should the
They
three
pull
of us
off the
stick together
Democrats
too?
saying it's
Sounds
already
good to me.
illegal for
I
illegals
get
to
pretty
vote.
anxious
But
wandering
it's
around a
also
place like this
illegal for
alone.
illegals
No
to be
objections
in
here.
this country
I'd be happy to accompany
illegally.
you.
And that is why their circular argument completely blows up in their face.
Okay, that's a fantastic point. And to that end, David, here's the number of people who have entered the U.S. illegally. We'll pull it up. It's more than 5 million people on Biden's watch.
I don't believe I've introduced myself
So,
yet. My name is Gaius Warzone. I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated. Oh, so you're from abroad.
we're not
I've
going
been
after
wondering.
the
My
underlying
name's Reem Schwarzer.
clear
Nice
up
to
the
meet you.
voter
I know you
well
can.
enough.
So,
Get them passed
you
along so
fight
they
with
get
that?
through the Senate. It's good politically, and I agree with that.
Why else would I be
However,
carrying it?
at the state level, like Arizona, where they've made the
It's a
delineation
spear,
between
but it
state
has that
voting
odd
and federal
cross-shaped
voting,
tip.
and we keep
It
reading
looks
step
funny.
by step,
Awesome.
and then go after
Think of it
something
as
bigger.
combining the best
That's the
parts
same
of spear
strategies
and
the
pole.
Democrats use to get
That's
us
pretty
off
handy with it back
with
home.
all of these other acts
But
from the
speaking of
90s
weapons,
to now.
I have to
We need
say,
to beat them at
yours
that
looks
game.
pretty
And
unique.
Emily, I don't
Oh,
know
this
why you
thing.
wouldn't give the American people what they want. This
Is
you
it
put it up.
a
81% of
Yes.
Americans
No,
want
it's an
food by
ornament,
this
isn't it?
That was going to be our talking point.
It's
You read
an
that right?
oval
Yes,
staff.
exactly. And this was about
It's
6
pretty
months ago.
recent.
18%
This one's still a prototype, I guess. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it. So when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Interesting.
Was trying to occur.
I've never
And
seen
for some
anything
reason,
like
it
it
was
before.
racist to ask
Can't say
about
I have
the
either.
numbers of households
They're still in
that are
development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got going on.
Yeah, no, you're right.
My
And there's
sort?
a mass movement among Democrats to oppose this very thing, just showing proof of citizenship to register
Yeah,
to
but
vote.
what
Democrats
kind of
say
sword is it?
that it
It's
places an
different from the kinds
extreme
of swords I
burden
thought the
on
people in the Empire
Kids,
used, though.
they even know that.
It's an Eastern style of saber called
Exactly
a
right.
tachi.
We'll see what happens with
Any
the
way you
state
slice it,
after
though,
the
it's
debate there.
basically a long
We're
sword.
getting a reaction from Democrats. George Clooney's scathing op-ed called for Biden's end his
That's one
re-election bid.
beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional. They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge. Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
Seriously? If that's what President looks like, all this confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough. Just really getting ourselves into trouble.
I think I can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me. Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Excellent advice.
Chase Freedom Unlimited. So if you're off the racket, you're cash back. Cash back on flapjacks, baby backs, and tacos at the taco shack. Switch to a king suite. Sign of retreat. Hold up. Here. Now, kids, all right now, I'm going to sell them cash back on everything you buy. Chase Freedom Unlimited. No annual. How do you cash back? Check. Make more of a choice.
Let's take a little test together. Which looks better? This? Or this?
A monster?
This? Or this?
Never seen this kind before.
Looks like a flying T-line. Careful, everyone.
Buy sales event going on right now at America's Best. Get 2 pairs of single vision glasses for just $69.95. Or 2 pairs of glasses for just $129.95. Both offers include a comprehensive eye exam. That's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Book an exam online today.
Is your shower trying to tell you something? Is getting in and out of the bathtub becoming a safety concern? Are you worried about the cost of a bathroom remodel that can go on for weeks and weeks? Well, now you can have a gorgeous new bathroom shower that's safer at a price you can afford with a 1-day jacuzzi bath remodel.
It's my turn.
I would give this whole experience an A+. I definitely wish I would have called Phil.
From soft close shower doors and adjustable shower heads to features like grab bars and custom seats that provide safety and style. It's never been easier. Get your free design consultation, schedule your 1-day installation, and start loving your new bathroom shower right away.
Only weeks left. You get great installation at no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-991-2603. That's 800-991-2603. Call now.
When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Emergency plumbing? Done well. So the next time you have a project, join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their home. Get started at Angie.com.
Helping families with
It's my turn.
Our firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. That's what thousands of mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them against those responsible. We have local offices throughout the U.S.
Please tell me there aren't more of those guys lurking around here.
I hate to tell you, but I can sense more further in.
Anyway, let's just stay alert.
Call now.
Call us at 800-333-4485 or go to mesobook.com.
I managed to get the last room for $190. I built the last room a week ago.
Looked yesterday. Some sites panic you into booking their last room. Instead, Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of sites, so you can save up to $50 a night. Hotel Trivago.
Hi, I'm Ken. I just recently retired as a police officer for 31 years. Now that I'm retired, I can focus on what's important. My grandkids need the most of me. It's very important to be active with them. Balance of nature has been a really good product. I'm going to keep taking Balance of Nature forever.
Splash into your summer with our summer savings. Go to balanceofnature.com and get 15% off your first set as a preferred customer by using discount code FOXNEWS.
Excellent.
The Democratic infighting over President Biden's future is boiling over. So as we were talking during all this news, as I mentioned that 8th House Democrat, the New York Congressman, Pat Ryan, described as a moderate. Well, he's now urging Biden to step aside. He says that it's a, quote, grave disservice to call Biden the party's best candidate. So he said that. He also tied it to his fears about President Trump. He calls President Trump an existential threat. A lot of Democratic commentators
Cool.
point, so someone's an existential threat, but you're not putting up your best candidate. It doesn't make sense. You can't have it both ways. Also, during our show, Senator Blumenthal, who just yesterday said Biden is the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. He has my support. He needs to aggressively make his case. Moments ago, said this: I am deeply concerned about President Biden. So it's interesting. Pelosi
Lucy comes out, she makes these comments, Dick Sherman says a bomb goes off on Capitol Hill, and all of a sudden, the messaging is fixed. It's all over. So we're getting all of that. Exclusive new reaction, more to come about George Clooney's call for President Biden to bow out, every congressman being chased down the hall, and here's what Tennessee Democrat Steve Cohen has to say on that.
George Clooney just said in the New York Times that Biden needs to step down. Are you worried that now Democrats in Congress, now you have Hollywood are saying Biden is not mentally fit?
George Clooney is a movie producer. He's a producer.
He's a movie producer. He also got 14-inch hamburger guy from 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, we have that. All right, thanks to everyone. Be here on the show tomorrow. We'll be here at noon as America Reports today.
The younger you are, that more strength you have. And on the other hand, that you do not have such positive experience.
There's real concern about can he handle something, that doesn't happen between 10 and 4 p.m. He gets calls in the middle of the night all the time.
Is there a plan for the Secretary of State to stay if that goes on longer past 8 p.m. or will the President stay on past 8 p.m.?
So I won't speak to the President's schedule.
Did you say that Austin has any concerns about the President, how he's kind of... Can you clarify, is that the question you asked Austin?
The Secretary has full confidence in the President's leadership as he has had from day one. He starts at 4 p.m. So, say that the Pentagon at some point picks up anything new. It's allowed to do. Who do you call the first lady?
He has a team that lets him know of any news that is pertinent and important to the American people.
Right off this just isn't getting any better. The NATO summit beginning a high-stakes test of President Biden's mental fitness as he seeks to reassure global leaders that he is up to the job. It all comes as a top house Democrat is out with a major warning for Biden's re-election bid. Not to mention that movie producer. Along John Roberts in Washington, this is a very bad, terrible, horrible week for John.
It is, and it continues. And we are more than halfway through on Sanders Smith in New York, and this is America. Of course, President Biden is using this 3-day summit to convey confidence, stability, strength, all the same as candidacy for November. The Democrats, including one of his top supporters, like Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, are urging him to act.
As long as the president it's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because the time is running short.
Donald Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by a landslide. I think it is.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Former State Department spokesperson Morgan Ortega is on the make or break moment on the world stage.
We have complete coverage now. Jennifer Griffin live at the Pentagon with what we can expect from today's events. But first, to where it's all happening, White House senior correspondent Peter Ducey live.
I'll make sure I'm not going in
The
circles.
Biden campaign reacted to the fact that 3 weeks ago, George Clooney raised $30 million for the president and now wants to throw him over.
John, they're reacting by telling us that he's not going to drop out. They're still pointing us to that letter from earlier in the week that he sent to House Democrats saying he is not going to drop out. But the case that Clooney is making in this very long New York Times op-ed is based in part on this video that we clipped from a fundraiser that he hosted in California. It's the clip where you can see Barack Obama nudging the president off stage. This is the video. White House told us was an out-of-context cheap fake, but now George Clooney is writing, it's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effing Deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate, John.
Peter, would you respond to John yourself just down the street and listen to the president?
Behind the NATO shield. Today, we're stronger than we've ever been. Since I took office, we've doubled the number of battle groups that NATO's eastern flank in the United States has. Finland and Sweden have joined the alliance. And the number of allies spending at least 2% on defense has gone from 9 to 23. It's not happened by chance, but by choice. At our summit 2 years ago, we launched a plan to modernize our deterrence and our defense. Today, we have to ask ourselves, what is next. How can we keep making the shield stronger? One answer must be to strengthen our industrial base. Right now, Russia is on a wartime footing with regard to defense production. They're significantly ramping up the production of weapons, munitions, and vehicles. And they're doing it with the help of China, North Korea, and Iran. We cannot allow the alliance to fall behind. The fact is that so many of let me put it this way. I'm very pleased that today all NATO members are making the pledge to expand our industrial base and our industrial capacity, like our defense spending commitment. This is a critical step to maintaining our security. First time ever, every NATO nation is pledging to develop plans for defense production at home. That means, as an alliance, we'll become more innovative and competitive. We're able to produce more critical defense equipment more quickly than we may need it. You know, we will not be surpassed, we cannot be surpassed by anyone when it comes to our readiness. Here at home, Americans have seen the power of investments like these. In my administration, we've already invested $30 billion in defense manufacturing to restart or expand production across 35 of our states. We're investing billions more.
Here we go.
Result, stronger supply chains, stronger economy, stronger military, and a stronger nation. Let me close with this. This new pledge sends an unmistakable message to the world that every NATO member is committed to doing their part to keep the alliance strong. We can and will defend every inch of NATO territory, and we'll do it together.
Elliot, are you
And
okay?
that, we're investing in our future strength to ensure NATO will always be ready for whatever threats we have faced. Should be a clear message we're
I'm
making
amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or
every NATO member.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these. You need a
And I
hand?
will
No,
now ask
I'll be
the
fine.
press
It was
to
just a
depart
momentary
so we can
lapse
get
on my
started.
part. I can get up.
Thank you so much, President, for those remarks. As the President said, this ends the public part of the meeting, and we...
All right, so the president has wrapped his remarks there live in Washington. John, NATO is committed to keeping the alliance strong, says the president. All of this obviously happening under intense scrutiny over President Biden following his debate performance, John, on the world stage there.
Looks like I made it just in time.
With other world leaders, we saw that photograph just a short time ago, shaking hands with all of them as they come to the stage there.
You know, I've been to a number of NATO summits around the world. Now we have this one here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, it's you.
And it's always
You
been
said
about
your name
what's
was
the U.S. president going to
Marcus,
say in
right?
regard to the alliance.
That's right.
But today, everybody is looking at Biden to say to themselves, is he going to be able to say it?
Came to
I've
realize
never
that I
seen this
shouldn't
go on
have just
before.
stormed off.
Let's
like I
bring in
did.
Morgan Ortega's former
That
State Department
arrogant
spokesperson.
nerve
Morgan
goaded
said
me
during
into
these
leaving my
summits,
conclusion.
leadership is a given. It's what the
Just
president
wanted to
says
say,
in terms of policy.
I'm sorry.
But in this case, it's
Acted
watching for it to
foolishly, and I
flop.
hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat.
Yeah,
Water under the
it's kind of
bridge.
sad.
Yeah,
I mean,
we all have moments when we say or do things we regret.
even during the campaign in 2020.
Whoa.
That's what they were waiting on as well. I mean, listen, if we look at the substance of what Biden just
Thanks
talked
for
about,
saving me, by
he
the
said
way.
that there's $30 billion in new defense manufacturing in the United States. That would be fantastic, John, if we had
I'm
a
just glad
defense
I happened to
budget
be
that
passing
kept
by.
up with inflation.
After I'd
We
pulled my
don't.
head, I
In
decided
fact,
to
we're
retrace my steps and...
we're not even keeping up with
What?
inflation in our current defense budget. We are unable to build the
Is it just
necessary
the three of you here?
submarines,
Yeah,
ships, and
we
we're
stood
being
around
paid
talking for
with
a
the
while,
threat of
so
the
the others are
Communist
probably
Party.
ahead of us
And the
at this
Russian
point.
I don't
economy
think
is
there's
doing
any
better
reason to go
than ever.
back
As
any
I've said
farther.
many times on
I
this
can't
show,
imagine
the
we'll find
ruble
anyone
continues
better.
to trade higher than before the
I see.
invasion. Putin is not deterred. Now, I believe in NATO. I think it
I
is
don't
one of the
suppose
most
you'd
important
mind if I came with you,
relationships
would you? I'm
of
reasonably skilled with the gun, so you might find it useful
state.
having me along.
President Trump believes in it. This
Sure
is why
thing.
he pushed
Welcome
everybody
aboard.
to get real and to get serious about the 2%
My
spending.
name's Reem Schwarzer.
In fact,
I'm
given the
Elliot
threat from
Craig.
China
It's
and
nice to
Russia,
meet
I
you.
think it should probably
My name is
be
Guy
3%.
Schwarzer.
Today, we have Chinese troops that are training in Belarus.
The pleasure's
That's
mine,
just
I
a
assure you.
stone's throw away
My name
from
is
NATO.
Marcus
So
Regulus.
NATO countries need to get real and
Could-
need to get serious.
could
And
I
that
ask
should
you
be
what
the
social
discussion
class
today.
you
But
went to,
unfortunately, the discussion is about, can the President of the United States stay away from it.
Sound, consider
Right, here's what the New York Times and its article said on that front on Monday. Quote, he reportedly told Democratic governors last week that he needs to sleep more, work less, and avoid public events after 8 p.m. But he has resisted the obvious conclusion that man needs to clock out and should not attempt to perform simultaneously two of the world's most difficult and all-consuming jobs, serving as president and running for president. Peter Ducey cheekily asked yesterday, okay, if it's after 8 o'clock, there's some sort of world crisis. What do they call Joe Biden?
So I guess we're all
If the president's going to bed at 8 o'clock, that leaves a lot of the world to do whatever it wants before he's woken up.
We should probably get moving then.
I too would like to sleep more, not attend public events after 8 p.m.
I'd feel much better if we were
doesn't
around to
allow
help
for me to do
and
that.
wind up in danger.
In all seriousness,
suppose
I
there's
spent 2
strength in
years
numbers.
traveling with the
All right,
Secretary of
let's
State,
go.
Mike Pompeo. We were with the president several times overseas. The schedule that the Secretary of State that Pompeo kept up was daunting. It was brutal. And I was in my late 30s at the time, and it was hard for me to keep up with the Secretary of State, much less the president. You need, energy and ambition and drive beyond what a normal human being can possess. And we need that now more than ever. I would, however, say this is not just me beating up on President Biden. I want to make it very clear that we are in the precarious position that we are in the world because of the former Obama appointees who are now Biden appointees who have continued the failed Obama foreign policies from his second term and taking them into the Biden term. So yes, President Biden, in my opinion,
What's a
is not
place
up
like
to
this
the
having
job
turn on
that
school
we need
grounds?
right now. However, his top leadership,
It's a giant trapdoor in a campus building.
no one has been publicly reprimanded or fired. Way back in 2021 with Afghanistan, Russia invading Ukraine, October 7th with Israel. Oh, by the way, here we are, July 10th, 5 Americans still held hostage 9 months later by a terror group. So it is President Biden who's not doing great, but even if Kamala Harris is at the top, as long as you have this team and their failed foreign policy around the globe, you will continue to have the problems that we have, because it's not just the failure of one man, it is the failure of an entire administration's national security and foreign policy.
I'm getting less than a minute left here, but I wanted to put up on the screen. These are the NATO member nations that have met the 2% target that Donald Trump was really pushing them to. It's, again, 23 of 32 members. Canada, a notable exception to all of this. And now NATO is getting ready for potentially the return of Donald Trump. Here's what Politico said. Many allies anticipate that at this time next year, they'll be dealing with the new Trump administration, one defined by skepticism toward Europe, strained right-wing isolationism, and a hard resolve to confronting China about other global priorities. But at the same time, a lot of European parliaments are moving to the right, and China is becoming a real global threat.
Go!
Yeah, Destiny's Child back in the early 2000s had a great song called Bills, 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 talking about paying your bills. That's what President Trump is going to be saying to our allies. It's time to get real and serious. There's so many countries that have made a lot of progress in NATO, Finland and Sweden, who have been routed. Tons of defense spending, tons of defense manufacturing, great additions to NATO. But the rest of the stragglers, especially our neighbors in Canada, you're going to have to pay your bills.
All right, we're going to take his course. And by the way, we'd be remiss if we didn't say a very happy birthday. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Senator.
Have a happy birthday. All right. Ukrainian President Zelensky tweeted from war aid as Russia ramps off its aggression. We're going to speak with Rockland.com on where he sees the war heading this year and beyond the 2024 elections. Awesome.
Time is running out for the merchants of crime and corruption in American society. The wave of crime is not going to be the wave of the future in the United States of America. Okay, so that was a long, long time ago, but guess what? Chicago Bear Brandon Johnson playing the blame game once again over Crime Plague City is puzzling claim that former President Nixon
Leave it to me.
is the one.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and ensure complete with 30 grams of protein.
It's my turn.
Awkward question. Is there going to be anything left over?
All right, let's keep moving.
Absolutely.
My kids don't know what they want. You know who knows what she wants? Me.
We can power. We get all of our financial questions answered. So you don't have to worry. What's next? Whether you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s and beyond, I know you're seeing changes in the skin of your body. Don't panic. It's never too late to transform yourself and your skin. And Crepe Erase is here to do just that.
Crepe Erase has been delivering smoother, firmer, younger-looking skin for almost a decade.
Did you know that Crepe Erase is America's #1 selling anti-aging body treatment system for dry, crepey skin? That's because it works, people. The Crepe Erase 2-step system is clinically shown to reduce crepey-looking skin the very first time you use it. I just love my skin. I didn't love it before. I love it now.
And now there's the big news. We're introducing the Skin Revitalizing Tool, specially designed to amplify the power of Crepe Erase.
This is the Skin Revitalizing Tool. It is new, and it is free. Yes, you heard me right. It's free.
Crepe Erase is already an incredible deal at only $49.95.
My turn.
You order today. We'll send you the Skin Revitalizing Tool. Leave it to me. A $129 down fee. Free.
Right.
I mean, it's like you've got time in your hand.
All right,
And
let's keep moving.
you'll also receive our luxurious neck repair treatment, a $49 value, free. Since using Crepe Erase, the skin on my neck looks airbrushed. I love it.
These two incredible bonuses are valued together at $178, but they're our free gift to you.
Crepe Erase is something I recommend to my patients because it works.
Don't wait. And all this, a $247 value for only $49.95, plus free shipping.
If you're not ready and you're young
Leave it to me.
soft, sexy skin, just return the bottles. Even if they're used up and empty, and we'll give you your money back.
My
This
turn.
is a limited time offer that will not last. Scan the QR code, call, or go to crepeerase.com and order right now. It's a chunk federal release. The Pennsylvania Senator goes head-to-head with
That's the power of the
steadfastly in support for President Biden. Playing out in a city interview tonight.
It's a fucking want. Come on! Turn.
This is a very special place. Special. Like the one here.
There!
My turn.
Shit.
Leave it to me.
The program took me a lot because I met other kids who were not so that so I was able to relate
Right.
Thanks to your support of United Way, I'm able to achieve my dreams and become a doctor.
Come on!
The powerful is
My turn.
Ukrainians have sustained to be one number. Because it's a similar, it might also
Keep it up, everyone.
On their way. The transfers happen. That's what's
My turn.
They'll be flying the skies of Ukraine this summer.
Ukraine's President Zelensky making an appeal for more military aid on the sidelines of the NATO summit that is ongoing. The alliance already sending F-16 jets overseas now. Zelensky's urging leaders to consider his country's membership. Roger that, the Washington director of the World Trade Foundation and Institute, and he joins us now. Thank you very much for joining us. First, your thoughts on what you just saw with the president on the world stage. You spoke a moment ago. All eyes are on the president for many reasons, among which high scrutiny following that debate, the way the leaders are doing after it.
Well, listening to President Zelensky last night at the Reagan Institute, what he needs, what he thinks the world needs, is strength. Of course, that was a key debate point between President Trump and President Biden. Who could be America with strength?
Let's keep moving.
From President Zelensky's perspective, if America provides Ukraine with that strength, it could have decisive impact on the battlefield and deter Vladimir Putin. And then you were talking about the F-16s, we just saw the footage. From President Zelensky's perspective, and I agree with this, is too little and too late. Nothing that the United States has done
We meet again.
done with the urgency or the decisive support that could make an immediate impact on the battlefield and bring this conflict to an end.
Okay, so Fred here had the opportunity to ask Zelensky about the U.S. leaving NATO, and I want to play this out and get your response to it.
Do you think former President Trump, if he's president, would pull out of NATO?
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the four of you are unharmed as well. No, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down.
What do you think your reaction to that?
I
Well,
believe
President Zelensky, perhaps more than
I've
anybody else
introduced
in the
myself,
world,
haven't I?
understands who Vladimir Putin is and how he acts. And what his message was last night is that the U.S. would flood in NATO,
I'm
or
Laura
if NATO
S.
and the United
Arson,
States
from the
support
town of the
Ukraine
Glen.
in decisive
It's a
fashion,
pleasure to make your
Vladimir Putin will not be
acquaintance.
deterred,
Huh.
and he will not stop with Ukraine.
That's
He will
down
go
on
on,
the
as you just heard a
southeastern
moment
outskirts of
ago,
the empire, isn't it?
other countries, NATO countries, countries that are allies of the United
Correct.
States.
It's an old
Vladimir
castle
Putin
town on the
has
shores of
carried out
Lake
this war of
Evan.
aggression
We're
on
connected to
Ukraine
the rest of the country by
February
train. But other than that,
2022.
it's a fairly remote
President Zelensky
region.
understands the depths he will go to. He was talking last night from the
That
perspective
name
as a
sounds
father,
familiar.
as a
Wait,
president, he said.
so your
as a
father
human
would be-
being, he said the
Yes,
Russians
my
know
father is
exactly where
Viscount
their missiles
Arson,
target.
Lord of
They
Lagrange.
know.
Do you take issue with that?
No,
They know
not
they're
at all.
going to target the children's hospital in Kyiv.
Mockers, was it?
This man,
I can
Vladimir
only
Putin,
speak
will
for
only
myself,
stop
but I don't feel I've ever
aggression
done anything
with
to bring
strength.
shame
That was his
upon
message
myself and
rightly.
Adios' eyes.
That's the message that President
And I
Trump
fully believe the
emphasized.
same to be true of my father.
What deterres.
Yes, I
Please,
remember.
I'm not
And
gonna
now for
offend.
this idea that our
Sorry
allies are expressing
if
concerns
I,
about President Biden's ability to
say,
continue to
I
carry out
don't
his
believe
job
we've been introduced.
in this country, and especially on the world stage. John Kirby was asked about that. We carried it here live on Monday in the White House press briefing room. He seemed to dismiss those
I'm
concerns.
Emma Milstein. Like Laura, I come from a distant region of the Empire. I was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship.
They're excited about this. I'm not aware of
It's
any
very nice to meet you.
A scholarship? Indeed.
Ian Brummer,
Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam.
opposite is being talked about
I was outdone.
amongst world leaders.
I had a girl in this.
They've seen the deterioration. They've seen him slow down, and it's not just physically slowing down. It's repeating
I
the
don't
same
have any training in
anecdote
the martial
twice
arts
in an
either, so
individual meeting.
this
I've
is the
heard
weapon they
that
recommended for
from a
me.
world leader today. It's not
Oh,
recognizing
cool. You
someone
got an
being
orbital staff too.
well
Yours
when
looks
he came up and
different from mine,
introduced
though.
them.
And you wonder
So it
today,
does.
as he sits
I
with
wonder
them
if it's
watching
just cosmetic.
what they're thinking.
Well, we saw a lot of reporting around this after the G7 meeting. Anybody who's watched the president
Is something the matter?
It's not
We're
just
all
the views
acquainted
of
now.
world
It's
leaders.
only proper that you
It's the views
introduce
of the
yourself.
American people are concerned. I believe 80% of Americans polled
Yeah,
President
okay.
Biden's decline. But the key message is not just how President Biden says or how he says it, it's what he does. And when it comes to Ukraine and the war in Europe, he has an opportunity to act decisively. NATO had an opportunity
It's a
to act
pleasure to
decisively.
meet almost
Air
all
defense
of
needs
you.
to go into Ukraine immediately. These F-16s should be in the air.
Really,
not in the
huh?
summer,
What's it like
but
working there?
now. The
There's
support
probably a
should
new
come in
technological breakthrough every week.
fashion that
The Reinford
deters
Company is based in Louisville, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
in terms of
I
the United States,
suppose they
not
are.
doing enough to deter Vladimir Putin. More decisive support, not the
So,
self-deterrence that we've seen from the Biden administration, from the president, in terms of always
I guess
fearing
that
escalation.
bow must have been in that case you had with you when we
Fear,
first met.
not anything
Right?
else.
I've never seen one like it. Guess there's some kind of rebel mechanism built in?
Not only security of Ukraine,
It is, but I don't see how that's any of
European
your
security
business.
ultimately.
Ouch.
U.S. national security.
Yeah.
74% of
Anyone got any
Americans
ideas on what to do now?
Reagan is conservative.
We've all run into each
That
other
it's the
wandering
United States
around.
interest
How about we stick together?
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to
is
travel
good for
alone.
U.S.
They may
security.
require protection.
You needn't to be concerned about
All right,
that.
Roger, always good to have you on the program. Really appreciate it. I just want to let our viewers know the Ukrainian defense minister will be joining us again as a guest on this program.
I beg your pardon?
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us. For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups. There are still two of us who remain unaccounted for.
Concerns about Biden's reliance on his family.
That's right. We still haven't run into that silver.
In that case, 2 teams means double the chance to find them. 2 teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions. How's that sound?
I have no objections.
Chairman of New Day USA.
It's open.
We hear from veterans
Shall we
all
go?
across the country. They worry a lot about being in debt and having the money they need for their families. Big credit card balances can add up over time. Now, just make
We'll see the 4 of you later then.
break the family budget. Refinance and take control of your credit card. Call New Day USA and get the financial peace of mind you and your family deserve.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
It was clearly an accident. Everyone could see that. But I don't
Some
think it
days
makes
you
any
can feel like a
difference to her.
spectator.
Still, is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this? There are 4 of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them.
Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic
And I don't think we have anything to worry about
and
as long as
treatment
Laura's
is 4 times a year.
She
In
really
a
wears
survey,
her skill on her sleeve.
91% of users
I
were
doubt she drags around a sword that big, that's for sure.
Talk to your doctor.
It's certainly an enormous blade.
The
I'd
effects of
call it
Botox
comically
may spread
huge if
hours
it
to
didn't
weeks
look so
after
dangerous.
injection, causing
But at the end
serious
of the day,
symptoms.
a lady
Alert your doctor
is a
right
lady.
away. Has difficulty
Arms
swallowing,
sturdier
speaking,
than
breathing,
iron.
eye problems, or muscle
I admit
weakness.
it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that
Side
beast of a
effects may include
sword.
allergic reactions, neck and
I'll bet she
injection
can
site
make it
pain,
around without
fatigue,
breaking
and
a
headache.
sweat.
Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions,
The
and
Airside School of
medications, including
Swordsmanship
botulinum
serves as a
toxins,
general
as these may
basis for
increase the risk of
techniques used
serious
by
side
knights throughout
effects.
the Empire. Her father, the Viscount, is arguably the strongest swordsman in the country.
Talk to your doctor
People call him the Radiant
get in the
Warrior.
picture.
I doubt any of the other students here could even stand their ground against her in combat, much less beat her.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Reen. Hobby of yours? I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory.
Think about this. Blue jays,
At any rate, how about we pick up the search? I'm worried about that silver-haired girl. And we still need to track down Duke Alvareo's son, too.
That's true.
I couldn't care less what happened to that pompous ass.
Or worse yet, your car needs repair.
Come on now. That's no way to treat someone you just met.
More expensive than ever. A new engine will be over $5,000. A new transmission will be $4,000.
Looks like the
That's
path's
why it's
split.
so important.
Which way do you think we should go?
Car Shield today. Car Shield is
I
the
feel a little wind blowing from the east. At the exit.
I like Car Shield because they were reliable, they were affordable, and they were trustworthy. I think everybody should have Car Shield. Once your manufacturer's warranty is expired, there's just no big deal. You need it to come on. Car Shield is there for you. Now it's your time to get the peace of mind that comes with having Car Shield, so you can worry less about auto repairs. Call or go online right now to get Car Shield for yourself. Friendly, knowledgeable, money-saving representatives 24 hours a day.
Leave it to me.
Your cars are 20 years old or newer. Just plus the right
I go where the wind takes me.
Get an instant play of book. In a matter of minutes, you can be covered.
I was elated that I had Car Shield.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
Here's how Car Shield works. When your car needs repair, you take it to your favorite mechanic or even your dealer, and Car Shield gets them paid directly. That's why Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection provider.
Car Shield is just the best thing to take away the fear that something is going to go wrong with your car, because it will. And Car Shield is going to be there to back you up. My experience with Car Shield is that they absolutely come through every time I need.
If my car breaks down, I can count on Car Shield to cover it for me.
is exactly right. And every single person I talked to at the fundraiser thought the same thing, except for the people working for the
Okay, I gotta save this. Coming up soon.
after the fundraiser. It's like, what are we going to do?
Let's see.
There's a debate in a week. Either he'll do well in the debate and we'll think, well, he was just tired because he flew all the way back from Europe and that'll be that. Or he'll be like this at the debate and then the whole country.
Let's save it here.
Here we are.
And here we are. And the question is the day of break